Hello and welcome. My name is Cory. This is my friend Liam, DM extraordinaire.
Thank you.
We have started a new video channel where we are going to be talking about DM tips. We're going to be talking a lot about our campaign that we've been doing every Friday for the last 3 or 4 months now. It's a new campaign for us. So we're going to be doing a lot of talking about sessions about that. We're going to be asking questions. We're going to be picking his brain about what it's like to become a new DM, what it's like to be a player, stuff like that. So hopefully you guys like it.
Thanks.
So welcome to episode 1. Again, I'm Cory. This is my friend Liam, DM extraordinaire. First episode, I'm going to be asking him some questions just about how he started, stuff like that.
Okay.
So first question I have, how long have you been playing D&D for?
I've been playing it for pretty much every week for about 3 years, and
Okay.
I've been like my first year of DMing has just been like a huge. It's just like a huge thing to partake in, and we were doing it to the point where we were doing like 3 times a week for a year, three times a week for about 3 years. So
Okay.
it's crazy.
And how long have you been DMing for?
When we first started, I was the out of the gates DM, and we did that for a year and a half, and then we.
Oh, so you DM'd before you even played?
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So.
What type of campaign was that?
It was like a homebrew campaign that I'd been working on. Essentially, the group kind of got together and we're like, we want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is what is this technology? What
Yeah.
is this world?
Yeah.
So then I said, oh, it's my world, and here it is.
Yeah.
And I had just kind of worked on this small tavern, and I had a cool NPC that I really liked, and I was like, this is where we're starting. And it just kind of exploded from there out, and it was a huge learning experience for me, but
Yeah.
it's pretty much worth it. I look back on it, and some of those sessions, the craziest sessions, are my favorite sessions in D&D. So,
How long did it take you to prepare for your first session?
I actually took, I think it was 15 to 20 minutes, because
Oh, that's it.
we're playing now. We're playing right now. Characters are done, built, ready to go, because we had the 4th edition.
You started on 4th.
Yeah, we started in 4th. So
Nightmare edition.
yeah. But we didn't know any better.
Yeah.
5th edition had just come out, but we didn't even recognize it. And
Yeah.
we had this cool computer program where you could just make your characters on there, and you didn't need the books or anything like that. It's another thing. I didn't have any books to prep for or anything, but I had the story. I knew how the game worked, so I was just like, yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. This is going to be fine. And then as soon as we started playing, I was like, oh god, this is a lot. And I had 8 people at my table, so I was like.
Yeah.
It was me and then 8 players, so I was like, I'm fucked up, but I guess I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I did, and the first session went really well. I think I don't remember it being too bad, and I was like, oh, this is easy. It was like, who needs preparation?
Yeah.
You need preparation.
Yeah. Did something happen that made you realize that the small amount that I did prepare for, it's kind of out the window now because they went left instead of right?
That was the main thing. Anything I would prepare, they would just be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Or I'd make an NPC and he'd go talk to the group, and then he would just then they're like, yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a good day, and then we'd go to the next town.
Yeah. Okay.
He would hey, can you do this? And how much are you going to pay us? He's like, 100 gold pieces. And not enough, dude. Sorry.
Okay. So, next question. When you first started out, what was something you thought would be really difficult that turned out to be a lot easier?
The biggest thing in my mind, the scariest thing I thought was going to be the worst thing to try and do and trying to work on was just the prep.
Yeah.
And I put it off for so long, and looking back on it now, there were a lot of missed opportunities that I could have prepped for or had answers for something that preemptively.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it was why even bother prep when you have 8 people and it's just going to kind of go left, right, center. It doesn't really matter where. But if I had put a little bit more prep work into making more interesting hooks for those characters, they probably would have hunkered down in a place more and longer, and probably would have stuck around. So as a DM, that was one of my first kind of lessons there, and I started doing prep work, and I was like, this is working really well, and I could hook players in, and they would stay in the one place, and they'd grow to like the NPCs that I had. So as soon as I started getting those hooks in, and preparing for those hooks, that's really when I started feeling like I was becoming a good DM. So, but yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing where I'm like, oh, that wasn't an issue at all.
Cool. Awesome.
So,
Well, thanks for tuning in on our first video. We're going to have more this week. This is our first of 3 videos that are coming out this week, and hopefully we keep on that schedule. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of short films, more reviews, stuff like that, just some fun stuff. So yeah, tune in next week.
I'm going to be too hard, and like, what's the point when the group is all crazy?
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh!
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I've already done it. I've shot the fireball.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot.